Hey, pardon me, sir. I think you have the wrong car. What are we doing here? What the hell is going on?
Hey guys, welcome back to Film Feud. I'm Angel Ramirez.
Marcus Nartatez.
And we are back to talk about the latest film from director M.Night Shyamalan, part of his comeback, Split, starring Anya Taylor-Joy and James McAvoy.
Yeah, I cannot remember her name for whatever reason.
Yeah.
The three name thing just always gets to me.
Yeah, it's always like it's
Sarah
a hassle.
Jessica Parker.
Yeah, it's a hassle. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I have only so much brain capacity.
Yeah. It's useless. Anyway, we're going to talk about this movie.
All right, let's
We're
do
going to
it.
start with the positives because we both, I think, really like this movie. So Marcus, what do you got?
Yeah, I think this is definitely continues the upswing of movies for M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan ding dong. If you follow him, he started off very strong with movies like Signs and Unbreakable, and his first one, Sixth Sense, which I loved, even though I do not like movies with spoiler ghost. And so
That's a new trailer. I see dead people.
I see dead people. I guess so. I guess that's part of it. But that kind of reminds me. This is a spoiler-free review, where,
Of course.
as
Except
we
for
all
Sixth
do.
Sense. If you haven't seen Sixth Sense,
Sorry, you're screwed.
Sorry.
That's on you, though. That's not on me. That's
been
on
out
you.
for 20 years. Anyway,
Don't say that.
Split.
20 years. Split. So yeah, I think it's definitely continuing the
Upswing.
upswing of him as a director, because he did have a big fall off. Airbender, just watch that and that'll tell you everything you need to know.
That was heartbreaking.
I know you're an Airbender fan, so you're way more mad than I am, but it was just a bad
But
film.
even The Happening, like, it made me not like Mark Wahlberg, which
Oh my
I
God.
did not like not liking him.
My girlfriend would not like you right now. She loves Mark Wahlberg.
He's the best.
Gonna make it color. I thought it was a fantastic film. If you know anything about M. Night Shyamalan, he always has a cool way of twisting things and making you think one thing, making it actually be the other way. And there's some of that, that classic style of his. There's definitely a big reveal. Which we're not going to say when it happens or how it happens or what it is, but it's definitely in line with his other films.
Yeah. So if you want to know the reveal, it is. No, I'm just kidding. I thought
We probably lost a whole bunch of people watching right now.
some of the positives that I felt were definitely the acting. I think, especially between the two leads of James McAvoy and Anya Taylor-Joy.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah, right. But James McAvoy, he does a phenomenal job. There are times when you're just looking at his face, the camera doesn't move, and you see him change people. I don't think that's a spoiler. It's in the trailers that he has three different personalities, and he gives each and every one of them like its own feel, and it's so you can tell the difference before he even starts talking. And I think he does a great job in such a short amount of time to lay a lot of groundwork for his character.
Yeah, I will say, I guess this kind of brings me into my negatives a little bit. I liked almost all his characters. There were a couple of his personalities that I thought maybe he was reaching a little bit too much. Now I can't remember which one, so maybe I'm just talking bullshit. I think, oh God, the little kid one.
Oh yeah.
He played most of the time. He played a little kid, and then there was some parts of it that took me out of it. But then I forget that he's not actually a little kid. So
yeah. Exactly.
So I don't know how I feel about that. But there's just some things, and some of the smaller actors.
Yeah.
I had issue with.
It seems like we're going into the negatives slowly but surely.
Oh yeah,
we started off so high. And
we're not there. We're not there yet.
No.
But these are small. These are small.
I do agree with the other two characters that get kidnapped with Anya Taylor-Joy. They're kind of weak. Like, you don't feel for them even though they're in the same situation as
Oh,
the
I'm
main
sure you felt for
character.
them in different ways.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, but that's not the way that we're supposed to feel.
They're in
I
their
think-
underwear a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks to what was his name? I can't remember the personality's name. Whatever. But they were very like weak and faltering, and once they, you know, if it's not focused on them, you don't really miss them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if they're not on the screen, you don't miss them. If James McAvoy's not on the screen,
They
you
have
can't
some-
wait for another interaction.
They have some. They have some scenes that help the story, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And one of the girls she just knew way too much for my liking. Like she just she knew
Too
about
smart.
no. See, now you twisted my words. But there was like no backstory how she knew about
Yeah.
like it's not giving away, but about construction things. Let's just say,
Yeah, exactly.
or how to pick a lock or things like that. She was throwing out a lot of information
That a 17-year-old sheltered person would not know.
I thought they were 18, but you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of weird. There was no backstory there. I mean, the movie is a very fast-paced movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand why there's very little backstory, especially on the younger not the younger characters, the
Other characters.
the secondary characters.
Yeah. No, I mean, just a quick shout out. Another positive. I thought the score. Was
We're done with
very
positives.
good.
You've lost your chance.
No, before I forget, I do want to give credit to the score. I wish I knew the name of the composer, but I do not, so I can't give that much credit.
Preparation,
but I thought
kids.
I thought it was very good, and it definitely there were some aspects that helped build the tension very well. It was very good. So I just want to give a shout out.
And there were good secondary characters. The psychiatrist was great. She gave us a lot of insight into the backstory of his character that we probably wouldn't have got. That I think that was her main purpose.
Yeah.
Of the.
And this movie does a good job of, you expect there to be a twist, but it's not really a twist. They tell you everything that's
I just
happening.
said there was a twist. You're calling me a liar.
No. But we have to rename it. It's not a twist. It's a reveal.
Okay,
It's a reveal.
reveal.
Because throughout the movie, you think the twist is going to happen in this part of the story, but it doesn't. Everything that happens in this part of the story is what they're telling you is going to happen. So it's like it's not trying to mislead you. The reveal is in a different aspect, and it changes the first aspect completely.
Wow, that was some.
That's the best I could do without spoilers. I had to use my hands. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was some incredible. What's that movie? Great, God, Russell Crowe movie. Minds.
Oh, Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind. Shit. Obviously, I don't have one.
That's the only one for the day. All right, but that being said, what's your final score?
You know what? I reset my score clock at midnight of 2017, going into 2017, and so I'm gonna say this is an 8. It's probably one of the better movies I've seen so far this year. Not saying much because it is only
January.
No, well, it's not January. Well, that movie came out on January 2nd. Yeah, it's actually February now because we've been slacking. But yeah, I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think this might be the
You-
first
very-
movie
very
I
rarely
like more
you-
than you. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Besides Star Trek,
Yeah,
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm going to give it an 8.5 just because the movie is on the shoulders of James McAvoy and Anya Taylor-Joy, but they can carry it. It's not a heavy film. So I think, especially James McAvoy, he was very fun to watch.
He's one of those characters in this that he's definitely a villain. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But you almost feel for him
Exactly.
because I mean he has some mental issues.
Exactly.
So you feel. I mean, for me at least, I felt for him. So I love those kind of characters.
Yeah, the
not
best
the
villains.
straight like I'm just a bad guy because I'm just a sick bastard.
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm a bad guy, but I didn't choose this life, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, absolutely. I think.
Did you say
killed it.
absolutely?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I think it definitely went into absolutely.
Exactly. So anyway, That being said, we're gonna close this one out.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward, fast one.
Definitely go see it. You're not gonna be disappointed, especially if you're a fan of his early stuff. You know.
Yeah. Go see it. We
are going to sign off. Marcus, where can the people find you?
That was awkward. They can find me at Marcus F. Nartatez for Twitter. Link down below. Unless you want to try to spell my last name, I don't suggest it.
You can follow me at The Great Rambino on Twitter, Instagram. Everything down in the description. Please follow us at Film Feud, guys. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit. Anything you want will be there.
Got some changes coming up in the future. We're not going to talk about that in detail, but just keep tuned.
Yep, absolutely. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon. Wow, I can't even sign off right. All right. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Got it. Have a good night.